what is your opinion on the war in Iraq?
Oh man, how long do you have?
Exactly.
No, I'm
pass.
absolutely disgusted with it, and I think it needs to end, and I think it needs to end soon, and only we are going to make it happen, because obviously Congress isn't moving on it. So.
And what do you think of abortion?
I think every woman should have the right to choose to have an abortion or not. That's a woman's right.
And it looks like your friends are getting out of here. So, one last question. Who's your favorite NBA team?
Oh, man. Oh, right now, I have to say San Antonio.
We'll probably... Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah. What is your stance on the war in Iraq?
I believe that war is never the answer. I think that we can solve this through minding our own business.
Right. And what is your stance on abortion?
Abortion, I feel that less than 1% of it is due to rape, and I believe that the rest of it is just a form of birth control, or you just not being responsible enough to take care of what you did. So I think that, sorry, I hope you agree.
Yeah, oh yeah, I can agree.
I just think that, you know, if you're gonna not protect yourself, you need to deal with what happens afterwards.
And do you think Barry Bonds really took steroids?
I didn't know that he did or didn't, but if he did, then, you know, whatever.
Okay.
It's none of my business. Thanks.
I hate it. I think it's a waste of money and time and lives and oil and everything.
And what's your stance on abortion?
I'm for it.
And do you think Barry Bonds really took steroids?
Who?
The left fielder from San Francisco Giants?
Probably.
And what kind of car do you drive?
I don't drive a car.
Okay, thanks. What is your stance on the war in Iraq?
Go for it, Lisa.
No, I'm not into politics, so I'm pretty much, you know, I think whatever happens is supposed to happen. So, you know, I'm not really on anybody's side.
Just let it go?
Yeah.
And what about abortion?
I don't believe in abortion myself. I think that it should not happen. It shouldn't be allowed. I think Planned Parenthood shouldn't be funded the money that they get from taxpayers. And yeah.
And do you think it's wrong for a woman to marry a man for his money? or his sexual potency?
Well, those are relatively shallow concepts.
Would you date a woman because she was more attractive than a different one?
Not necessarily. I believe that, like,
It's on the inside.
yeah, like, it's all on the inside. Like, I went out with a chick a while back that was really cute. We only dated for like 2 days. She was really, really hot, but inside, I don't know how to say this, she was a royal beep.
You could say uncensored TV.
All right. She was a bitch. She wasn't, you know. So, I mean, looks are nice, but it's really what's inside. I mean, looks aren't always gonna be there. If you want to get married and grow old together, looks aren't always gonna be all that, you know. So.
Yeah, thank you. Do you want to kiss the microphone?
No, I'm good.
That's all right. Thank you.
Wait, start over. Sorry.
Okay.
Begin.
What is your stance on abortion?
I'm pro-choice.
Hella.
Oh, that's good to hear.
It's hard to hear.
Pro-choice, hella. I agree.
I used to work for NARAL Pro-Choice Washington.
What do you mean pro-choice?
I don't like the term pro-abortion because I wouldn't want to be in that position. I think it's very important that we learn about family planning early on and have good sex education so that it doesn't come to problem. But I think it's up to a woman and it should have nothing to do with the government or anybody else.
What is your stance on the war in Iraq?
I am anti-war. I'm not following it very closely. I listen to the news, but I it's a difficult situation, and I don't think there's an easy way to
I need to go back to LA.
end it or handle it, but I don't think we should have been there in the first place.
Do you like George Bush?
No.
If he invited you to the White House, would you go?
Depends.
Like, what would make you go?
If you were having like a big southern hoedown, and there was gonna be like a bunch of delicious like biscuits and gravy and collard greens and stuff, and if Dolly Parton was gonna perform, and it would be a good excuse to like get my hair done and dress up.
Do you enjoy dancing?
Yes.
What's your favorite kind?
Of dancing? All sides.
Alright, so do you guys have any other questions?
Evolutionary.
Oh yeah. Do you believe in God, or are you an evolution person?
I believe in evolution.
Because?
I think it's too illogical to imagine that everything could have been created by somebody.
Alright. And last question, do you enjoy having this time?
Yes.
Alright, thank you.
Wait, but to go on the evolution, do you think it's logical that nothing exploded to create something?
I think that makes more sense than some like random fat old guy sitting up there like, oh, let's make a person.
Yeah.
That just doesn't make any sense to me.
Alright.
Do you know your 40 time?
My what?
Your 40 time.
You wouldn't be able to get
I wasn't gonna look stupid. What does that mean?
That you threw.
It's for sports. That's alright.
Is that
What the
okay?
hell's up with that?
It's for our government.
Is that
What if
okay?
I like run for politics? You guys have this shit against me.
If you,
Okay, let me try next over. Here we go. Okay, here we go.
what is your stance on abortion?
I am pro-life but politically pro-choice.
Do you support George Bush in the war in Iraq?
Fuck no.
Can you please explain yourself a little better?
George Bush is fucking evil. Worst president in United States history.
Thank you. And do you think Barry Bonds really took steroids?
Who?
Barry Bonds.
Baseball?
Yeah, he's left fielder for the San Francisco Giants.
Who gives a shit? We have like 3,500 fucking dead people in Iraq.
Where did you obtain those stats at?
Any major organization.
And one more. What's the last question?
Last question, Q.
Last question.
George W. Bush is Satan. Does that help?
Thank you, sir.
3 beef dubs for under 17,000. What?